on her face to make her look a little scarier and a little older. We're going to start out with a couple of little condiment cups. You can use acrylic paint, but it can get stiff, and I prefer actually using a little bit of the fabric paint. We'll just put a little bit. We won't need a lot of the brown, just a little bit in the cup. A dry brush, not wet, and we'll put a little bit more of the black paint. Now, I've been out spray painting, so my hands are a little dirty. Okay, a little bit off of there. So, this is kind of a jack-o'-lantern skull type. So we're going to take the brush, we're going to lightly dip, and then we're going to put it on the side. Let's do a little small test area on the side of her face. I'm going to dry brush that in. I want to add some cheekbones to her. This doll is actually made of the knit face, and she's got flannel as a underlining for her. So we're going to put some cheekbones on her. She doesn't have any cheekbones, so we're going to put some on her. So we're going to start very lightly. Dry brush that. Make her some cheekbones. If you mess up, it's okay. We'll just fix it with some paint. It's no wrong way. Okay, so she's got a little bit of cheekbones. Let's start making her some eye, dark around her eyes and her nose. Oh, she doesn't have a chin either. This down. On her neck. And if this doll were to get wet, once this fabric paint is on there, it will stay. This paint will not wash out. So I've got cardboard put down. We're doing okay with as far as not getting in on anything except me. Give her a little bit of eyeshadow. Let's give her some nose contouring. If you've watched the videos of all the makeup contouring, that's kind of what we're going to do with the doll. That's good. Around her nose. We don't want to give her a mustache, but her teeth are actually made from beads, if you're wondering. They're clear beads that I've sewn through. These are vintage buttons as her eyes. Now, her outfit has already been distressed with fabric paint and some spray paint. We can put a little bit of this on there too to kind of match her in. Okay, let's let that dry. We might want to put a little bit of brown here in a minute, but I think we're going to use the brown on her hair. Let's scoot her down a little bit. Let's put some on her hair. If she's that dirty, her hair's going to be dirty too. And this will stick to the yarn too. This is a yarn wig that I made. No wrong way to do this. It's what you think looks good. Let's put some in our ponytails. We got to let's grab some of the brown. See what that looks like. Let's give her some eyeshadow with some brown. Okay, so let's let her face dry a little bit. Let's grab her hands. Sleeves up a little bit. And here we go. We can kind of make her a little bit of fingers here. tips of the fingers probably would be dirtier if she were to come to life, so we'll put a little bit more on there. It's pretty scary if she came to life. Let's do this one. Okay, so if you get a little bit too much paint, you can take the brush and kind of rub it in, and it'll smooth out a little bit. Shade that in a little bit. Okay. Now we're going to flip her around. See her legs. Her legs are actually made from a striped fabric, so we're going to dirty up her knees a little bit. Playing in the mud. Now for the black shoes, if you want to use distressing on black, you can use white, but you have to be very careful not to get too much white, because then you'll take away from the black color. Let's see here. We'll put a little bit brown, see what it looks like. That's not going to show up. Okay. Turn it over. And like I said, you can use the acrylic paints. Just be aware that sometimes they can wash off. So if you want it permanent, you don't want to use the acrylic. I mean, the color will stay a little bit, but it can actually wash out. And if you want it to really stay, invest in the fabric paints. You can also put these fabric paints in a water sprayer and water them down if you want to distress clothing with it. It's all around, it's pretty good option. Lasts a long time. Okay, let's see what we think of her face. It's got a little white spot here. Let's fix that. A little bit. Put some dark around her mouth. I think we need some more on her hair, and then we'll be done. Let her dry. You could also distress the yarn first with the paints and then make your wigs if you wanted to. I'll let her dry and see how it looks like. What do you think?